Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where our economy is relatively balanced at this point. I'm a little concerned still about our consumer goods. I do think that that needs some additional work. We've got this Forge World here. It is set up as a Forge World right now. I'm actually going to swap it over to a factory world, but upgrade the alloy nanoplant there to try to compensate for that a little bit. We're going to tick on forward, but I do want to check through the rest of these real quick. They should be reasonably fine. Yeah, we can get a planetary capital here. On this urban world, there's a robot assembly complex. I'd like to replace that with an alloy foundry for the time being. We definitely want to increase our number of alloys. That's a big weakness that we have right now, is we're just not replenishing our ships anywhere near as quickly as I'd like to be. I'd like to be at least 3 times as high as we are right now, up to over 1,000 per month. So that'll be necessary. But we're also working on these gateway sites, right? And the gateway sites will help us a lot. An absolute lot. I want to pop over here and see 2,500 and 6,000. The 6,000 energy credits is easy. The 2,500 alloys is going to be a little bit more painful. No doubt about that one. Okay. For the time being, it looks like none of the AI are particularly interested in it. So that's okay. We are getting a lot of terraformations done, and we're just working up our internal infrastructure. So overall, I'm reasonably content with sitting here and not making any aggressive moves. They will become necessary soon enough. No doubt about that. But for right now, for this exact moment, I am content with this. So we're going to need to bank up alloys and get these gateways being worked on, right? That's absolutely something that we're going to need. Let's grab, I guess, galactic markets here as the cheapest option. Cool, that'll do for now.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
And what was that? Flak artillery. Cool. The Surveyor just added 4 additional alloys. That's very good for us, and we'll grab droids. Just get that out of the way. And how is this construction going? 5%, and the one up over here is 19. Good. So that'll be fine. Those are underway, but they are not going to be done for a while. We'll get this gateway in Seoul upgraded, and eventually we're going to probably want to upgrade the gateway in Garia, just so that we can, you know, jump around over here somewhat. We do have our gateway in Achernar already. So that is also noted. Now, do we have another construction ship? It feels like we were supposed to have 3. And also, we need a job here. We should probably consider putting in, for this exact moment, a civilian industry. Although, we're going to start switching our focus over to alloys very shortly here. Okay, do we have a 3rd construction ship? We do. It is heading out to here to finish up the hyper relay network. Okay, noted. So that's reasonably fine. The next step that we take here is, well, we're going to need to get some more minerals coming in, but we need really, really badly to get more alloys. Yes, we purchased the curator service. There we go. Fantastic. How are we doing technologically with, like, the Scanurians? Equivalent. Okay. That's a good sign. That's interesting that they're pathetic to us economically now. That's a new change. I like it. So what else do we have going on here? We're not going to go for synthetics right now, I don't think. Robotic assembly complexes is not ideal, really. Advanced habitats would be okay. Cool. So we've got this research station here.
Blocker cleared.
It's not really a research station, is it? Probably not. It requires housing. I think we're going to have this be an industrial district here. Let's actually have this be a foundry station. Cool. I'm far more interested right now in getting our alloy production up. So we'll put in an alloy foundry here. Although we should keep in mind that we are starting to run low, finally, on minerals. So expanding mining worlds is not a bad idea. This is set up as a mining station. We could certainly go ahead and put in a mineral purification plant here. That'll help. Okay, we are negative on our minerals now. I didn't expect to dip negative right there. But sure. There's this generator world here. I feel like we put in an industrial district here. But with us being negative in minerals, that does mean that we need to find somewhere like this. This is currently set up as a factory world, and we're going to swap it over to being a mining world. Now I'm going to buy in 5,000 minerals. We're going to build a mineral purification plant and a bunch of mining districts here. There we go. That will help offset this. Oh, wow, minus 75. That's flipping very quickly. Noted. Okay, a neutron sweep, also noted. This generator world here, we could theoretically, they mostly just need a demotion. We can upgrade our hypercoms for them. That's fine. We're dipping very negative in our minerals. Wow. Okay. The space storm has dissipated. That's fine. And there's this mining world here. Once again, we need people to demote. So we'll do that, and we're going to need to buy in more minerals to stay afloat for now. We're not surprised that we need to get minerals. This could actually flip over to being a mining world as well, and we can put in a mineral purification plant there. Also, we could upgrade to a planetary administration. That's fine. There's this mining world here. We should definitely look to build a mining district there. Again, we require demotions here. Okay. Interesting that there's a lot of specialists that shouldn't exist. Very interesting indeed. We'll put in an industrial district here. It's fine. As far as this refinery world here goes, these guys need to migrate. Yeah, they just need to migrate. That's all there is to it. So we're going to have to keep buying in minerals for a little while here, it looks like. That's fine. It'll take time for our mineral production to come back online.
Achieved.
But that's okay. Galactic markets finish up. Food from jobs, eh. We'll grab create penal colony just to get... Cool. We don't want to run out of minerals. And we do at this point have the alloys to activate this gateway. Unfortunately, what we don't have is the energy credits now. We could get the energy credits likely, though, by selling off some of these guys. Oh, yeah. Fantastic. So I keep trying to do that. In Garia, we are going to grab the disabled gateway, and we'll get that upgrading. Perfect. So this is also going to shorten our trade routes pretty dramatically. We just dipped negative in our consumer goods as well, which was also unexpected. Noted. For the moment, it's okay. For the moment. So our gateway site here is going to be done in 1,300 days, right? We've got a lot of gateways to build yet. And we're still building these 2 hyper relays over here. So that's noted. We need to buy in additional minerals. For the moment, we're okay on For the moment. There's this mining world here. We require demotions. But we could theoretically put in a civilian industry here. That'll get these jobs under control. We're going to need more minerals to buy. But I guess it's okay. This refinery world, we need them to migrate. We could resettle them. We could resettle them over to a mining world that has open jobs. Like, for example, this one. They will still need to be demoted. There we go. They will still need to be demoted there. But that'll be fine for now. We'll get this Hypercoms forum online. And we need to continue buying in additional minerals. We're not surprised that our minerals are going negative. We knew that this would be a potential issue. I didn't expect the consumer goods to dip like this, though. I think the reason for that is because of the sheer amount of unemployed specialists that we have that we need to have migrate around. I think that's the core issue there. Nothing too major. Okay, that gateway finished up. Fantastic. How are we doing here? 57 and 71. Noted. We'll buy in a few more minerals.
Breakthrough achieved.
Yeah, this demotion just needs to happen. Create penal colony sounds good. Let's go for, say, tracking implants. Cool. And we've got this Forge World here. For the moment, we could definitely think about putting in a Ministry of Production. It's expensive to keep doing what we're doing, but we need to get these miners online. No doubt about that. And locations like this, we're going to need a lot of people migrating to it, right? No doubt about that. How are we doing on our Harmony perk here? Because that pop demotion size would be huge. Actually, we're really close. We're only 5 months away from that. So that's good. That will help us a lot. Empire size reduction as well will be good. So I like it.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Yeah, this refinery world just needs more people to migrate or demote. That's fine. Let's grab Habitat World. Cool. We'll be okay for this month's tick, but we will have to buy in more after this month tick. We're going very negative on our minerals. But that is something that we can deal with. Oh, we actually hit 0. I did not expect that. This number changed when the month tick happened. Sad. We'll sell off some food here and use that to buy in. We'll also sell off... Actually, we're positive in our consumer goods now. We'll buy in like 1,500 minerals. That'll keep us afloat. And our mineral shortage will drop here. That's reducing our artisan and metallurgist output. It's not great. But it'll do for now. We're going to be very negative in our consumer goods while this shortage exists. The shortage was not expected either. The number changed after we changed our month tick, which was sad. Or after the month tick happened, I should say. Very, very sad indeed. Okay, so we should be able to get our... Yeah, 1 month here. Good. We're actually positive in minerals now as our mining worlds start to come online. That's very good. And now we can grab any of these. We definitely grab kinship. Pop to motion time minus 75% is a big deal for us. Getting those higher level pops to work. So that's great. What do we grab here next? Honestly, these are all repeatable and they're all the same cost. So we're going to go for the economic one for now, since we are on an economic focus. Now the question is, will our consumer goods recover once our mineral shortage goes away after? We'll see. It'll require 1 more month tick, I believe, for that to be updated. And checking in over here, 95% and 82%. Sure. Okay. Last month tick. Cool. So we're back to basically the same status we were at before, except slightly improved. So we've got this refinery world here. We can definitely resettle these workers over to a mining world with open jobs, like this one. So these guys all go over here. I'll move this guy as well. They'll need to be demoted, but that should go reasonably quick. So we have these 4 specialist jobs here. We can also upgrade our mineral purification hub here. And I wanted to check in on these unemployed specialists. 174 days, that's not so bad. And our amount of minerals went down, not up. Okay, that's a little rough. But the gateway site is now ready over here. So we will definitely start upgrading that as soon as we have the energy credits, which we can get at this point by selling off some dark matter. No problem whatsoever there. We'll get that going. And our next location that we want to build a gateway is Eldorok. Basically, all of these locations out over here, although it might be Imuthin over here. Yeah, it'll probably end up being Imuthin over here. We want to get all of these locations having a gateway near-ish, so we can get around, right? We can get around reasonably well on our hyper relays, but those are not tremendously quick, especially for getting to locations like this. So that's going to require some work, but we'll get that working. And as soon as we're done in Egil Rarvis, we'll head over to Breslin. Cool. And I would like to build a gateway site in Elderock, and we'll build it over here. Cool. So that's underway. Now, our minerals are definitely still a problem. We've got this factory world here, allegedly. Yeah, that's... We could get rid of the robot assembly plant and put in a mineral purification plant. I think that's fine. We'll buy in 1,000 minerals so we don't hit a shortage again. There's this mining world here. We just need a demotion there. Okay, that seems fine. This is an urban world. We need a demotion here, to be honest. That's what needs to happen. This world is going to switch over to being a mining world. We're going to put in a mineral purification plant, and we're going to put in at least a couple of mining districts here. There we go. And we can activate our relic, which we will definitely do. +5 trade value. Okay. We lost a scientist. I'm not sure where that scientist was stationed, but that's fine. Cool. So we do need to work on our consumer goods still and our minerals, right? We're working on the minerals as our priority. Egil Rarvis now has its gateway site ready to go. So we're going to hop over to Breslin, and we're going to build a gateway site over here will be fine. So the primary goal is we want to be able to get these guys to respawn anywhere we need them very quickly, right? That's the goal there. Energy credits are going to be an issue for us as long as we're this negative in our minerals. But our minerals should be improving, in theory. I mean, we've got a lot of minor jobs available here. So demotion there would be nice. But I'm going to prioritize for some of these worlds. This is a mining world here. We're going to prioritize the miners. That might dip us negative elsewhere. We'll see. How much does that gain us for minerals? If we need to do that on other mining worlds, we will. We're positive in everything.
Achieved.
I love it. Okay, so that's great. Mega art installation seems fine. We'll get that. Cool. And that, of course, means that our energy credits are going to be building up here. We have the gateway reactivated in the Garia system. That's the one down over here. So that's good. That will help our trade routes somewhat. And we need to activate this gateway. So we need a decent chunk of energy credits for that. We can sell off some 0, and that gets us enough. Cool. We'll get that upgraded. Once we're done in Breslin, this guy pretty much goes over to, I feel like, Quiet Dark. And we need to start upgrading our L-Gate systems at some point. We're going to require an additional starbase cap in order to do that. And that's okay. Jetaramas here can actually get a pair of additional anchorages. We can put in a hydroponics bay and a resource silo there. Cool. And we have improved our alloys by some amount. We're still more concerned about our consumer goods, but how long on this ruler unemployment demotion now? Only 10 days. I love it. So that guy gets demoted down to a worker. And that looks great.
Blocker cleared.
Okay. We're banking alloys for the moment. We're not really working on getting our fleets reinforced, although we can do that quickly-ish if we need to. We've got this forge world here. I want to replace this precinct house at this point with a mineral purification plant. And then we'll put in these mining districts for now. We're getting fairly positive in our minerals, and as we continue to grow, I expect that to continue to be the case. But we need additional minerals for now. This generator world can definitely get a planetary capital. We'll do that. This tech world here, can we put in a research institute? Yes, we can. Beautiful. And that looks great. Okay. So we're now ready to commence construction on a gateway site in Imuthan. The idea behind building it in Imuthan is we're able to respawn out to Eiffel or down this way. However, we really should have a hyper relay in Dwumgar. Yes, it's connected up this way, but we want to be able to get up to Eiffel very quickly, right? So we'll go ahead and do that for now. That'll do. Our gateway site here is going to be done eventually. We're at 23%. This one is at 35%. And all of these are constructing. So that's good. We're making very good progress here. So let's go ahead and upgrade this to a Starhold. This is going to become a defensive station because they can use the L gates to attack us. We need to remember that. They absolutely can do that. We'd also like to build a gateway in Quiet Dark and Harmonious Repose. That would help us a lot. So we need a station in Harmonious Repose, and that's going to be a little awkward for us. Is there one that we can feasibly get rid of? I want to keep around all of our trade and anchorage stations is the thing. So not really is the answer. The very sad answer, but the answer nevertheless. The fact that this is not super connected over this way doesn't really bother me because we're going to be connected via gateway here. So that's no problem. And overall, this is looking reasonably good. If we were to build this starport here, which I am going to queue up, we're going to take a pretty large 25% malus on being over our starbase cap. That's going to hurt. So we're going to keep an eye out for additional starbase cap here in our system. There will be a few of those. This Forge World here is not much of a Forge World. I'm actually going to mark this as a mixed industry world. And we're going to put in, for the moment, both a civilian industry and an alloy foundry. Cool. So that'll do for now. And we find ourselves at 422 alloys. Okay. This is semi-reasonable. And overall, that's looking good. We have our construction ships constructing away on a lot of gateways. So that's all looking good. After we're done in Breslin, we're going to head over to Quiet Dark. That's definitely what we're going to do there. We find ourselves dipping negative in consumer goods. Not super shocking there. Let's go ahead and upgrade this to a planetary administration for now. Cool. So things are ticking along nicely here. We're going to see a bunch of our terraformations finishing up soon. Well, like next episode. Yeah, sometime next episode. So that's fine. This is set up as a mining world, which is completely okay. We're going to need to expand our mining districts, and there are these features, these tile blockers, that I'd like to clear off. We're waiting at this point for planetary administration. We could just buy in the minerals, to be honest.
Scientific
there we go.
Breakthrough achieved.
That'll do just fine. Habitat world is now done, and we can grab cross-model standardization. That'll be okay, too.
Construction complete.
Cool. So we now find ourselves at that 25% starbase upkeep increase that I was talking about. That is painful, but we definitely want a starbase in Harmonious Repose. No doubt about that. Eventually we'll get rid of the one in Wenya, but it would be better in Iriamun. I don't want to move it right now, though. I don't think that's worthwhile. So we'll hold off on that for the moment. And this will get upgraded in about 30 days here. Looks good. How are we doing on our gateway constructions? They're taking time, but that's to be expected. Getting this infrastructure done is vitally important to our war effort. So that's good. 2, 1, and there we go. We'll get this Star Fortress going. And that's looking good. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue to work a bit on our economy, getting our gateways constructed. The one in the Sol system is now done, so we'll be able to move around much, much faster. I'm probably actually going to get a couple of additional construction ships to work on gateways. Most likely. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Unisil, Kadra, Rogue Corvid, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. I forgot to pause the game. Literally nothing happened, but I forgot to pause the game. That's exciting. And as always, I will see you all next time.